Alright, so if your laptop looks like this, where you only have half of the screen, you can see ours is cracked and smashed and broken. This is a video how to replace it. So this is an HP Envy Slim book or Ultra book or something. I'll put the model number and everything in the description. First thing you're going to want to do to change your screen is obviously power the laptop off. Now before you even go and buy the replacement screen, you're going to want to disassemble your laptop. Easiest way, like you can see on this particular model of laptop, and most I imagine are similar to this, if not the same. You have this bezel all the way around. Basically this bezel is just clipped in there. Down in here, down right in there. Let me get some light in there. Down in here you have these little covers. Back there's a screw. I've already kind of pre-disassembled a lot of this because I had to get to this part I'm showing you here. So anyways, when you're taking this apart, pop these off. Just use an X-Acto. I just popped them right out. There's nothing to them. They're just sticky, very easy to get out. So you pop that off, use a standard Phillips, take them out, put them aside, don't lose them, they're very small screws. There's one there, and there's one on this other side here. So you have those two out. Now what you're going to want to do is down along the bottom here, along here, there's glue. It's not very strong. It's more like tape, I guess. You can heat the laptop up, use a heat gun or whatever, loosen the adhesive. I didn't need to do that. It's not that strong, but if it makes you happy, you can go ahead and do that. What you're going to want to do to get the bezel off, obviously take the screws out first, and then now you're going to want to stick a card up in the top here. Just kind of pop it in. You might need to use a fingernail to pull it forward a little bit, get the card in there. Once it's in there, it's just clips all the way around. So just kind of wiggle it in, pop the clips. It might sound like you're snapping the screen, you're not. Just be careful. Once you have the screen off, if you look at these clips, can you see them or no? Look at this one. They're just little plastic clips, nothing to them. Just be careful. Pop them off with a card. Go all the way around the screen with a card and just pop, 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 pop all the way around. Once you get down here, it's easier to go in from the top. So stick your card in down this way into and start prying the clips off. Like I say, make sure you have these screws out because you're going to be prying down here. So make sure you take that screw out, then you can pop all the way along. It's fairly easy. Once you pop a few clips, you kind of know what pressure to use and all that type of stuff, so it makes things easy. Go all the way around, take them out. Once you have your bezel off, now if you look up here, there's a screw there, there's a screw over here, there's one down here, and there's one over there, so all four corners. Take your standard Phillips and take all the screws out. They are very small screws. Take a look at that. It's tiny. It's blurry, but anyways, you get the idea. It's tiny. Be careful. Don't lose it. There's not a ton of force there, so don't try too hard to take them out. Yeah, so there's four screws. Once you have all four taken out, what you'll do is you'll just pop the screen out. There's nothing holding it now. So just get a nail behind it, whatever, and just lift it down. So lay it down. Once it's down, if you look, let me get that out of here. If you look right here, that's your main power, data, everything, cable there. Comes out of the laptop and then into your screen. You're going to want to take this off. This here, like your screen won't look exactly like this. You'll have black tape like this around everything, so all you're going to see is this little connector here. I took the tape off because I was going to have to buy from eBay. I thought I was going to have to buy from eBay, but I found from laptopscreen.com. They made it easy. I could just buy with part number and everything comes on there. You don't have to switch the main board out like you did on eBay, so I just bought from those guys on Laptop Screen. Made life easy. But like I say, once you have this screen out, you're going to want to look at the model number here. This is before you go ahead and order the screen. If you look right here, right there is your model number. Basically, once you have the screen out, just look on the back, look for model number, and then just punch that in on laptopscreen.com or on Amazon, eBay, whatever you prefer. But once you have that part number, then you can't go wrong. You can't buy the wrong screen, just buy the same part number. So I bought mine. Here it is, brand new, no crack. Now, the guys on Laptop Screen, there's two options. There's a matte screen and a glossy screen. You can buy either or. I bought the matte, I believe. I think I bought matte. You can use them interchangeably. There's no... You can use matte or glossy, whatever. Just because yours came with glossy doesn't mean you have to put glossy in. Matte's a little better for reflections and stuff. If you have been watching this video, you can probably see my face in the screen while it's recording. Right, like there's reflection. The matte will make that a little better. You won't be able to see as glassy as of a reflection. It'll be a little better for reflection. If you see on the side here, there's these two cables. Just make sure they're out of your way. Don't try and disturb them too much. But anyhow, once you have this part number, you can go ahead and order the replacement screen and go from there. So to take the screen out now, you're going to want to lift this tape here. I just have an X-Acto knife. It's pretty blurry, but just lift this tape, a little bit of pressure, pull it up. And now there's a connector in there. There's a connector in here, and basically you just pull it straight out. I just use a little X-Acto and pop it out a little bit. If you look, it's like, I don't know, it looks like 100 pins or something. It's awful blurry. Anyways, it's a very small little connector. There's a ton of pins on there. All you do is you just pull it out. You can use an X-Acto knife and just kind of pull it out with that. Just make sure you're pulling it straight out. Sorry, just make sure you're pulling it straight out. Don't bend any pins, don't damage it at all. And there you go, your screen's out. Okay, now that your screen's out, we're going to put the new one in. So take it out of this anti-static plastic here. Okay, there is plastic on the front. So we're going to take this all off. Where's my X-Acto? Oh, don't drop it and break it and then have to buy a new one. Okay. So now that that's off, you can see this is a matte screen. A little better for reflection than earlier in this video. So tip it upside down. Take your connector. This will be the toughest part, getting this aligned correctly. Tape's just not cooperating with me. Okay. So you couldn't really see that, but essentially you're just plugging this in. It's nothing major. You just want to plug it in straight. This is your connector. You just want to plug it in straight instead of like this end and then that end. Plug it all the way in at the same time. So what I did is I just used this X-Acto knife and I was pushing from the back while I was using my fingers to align it in there. Just make sure all the pins are aligned. I had to kind of pull the tape back so I could so that I wasn't fighting with the tape to get it in there straight. But now basically you have replaced your screen. So now you'll just want to situate it back in there. And I got stuff behind the screen. So if we turn it on now, as you can see, the screen is totally fixed. So basically the way you disassembled it, put it straight back in that way. So I'm going to reroute these cables. I think I have one back here, it's not sitting in there fully. Up in here, if you look, I think I got one stuck back there behind my screen. So anyhow, basically you just put the bezel in. Oh, well, sorry, you put your screws in first. Put your bezel in. Uh-oh, we got Windows issues. Yeah. Put your screws in, put your bezel back on, push all the way around, put your clips back in. Put the 2 screws in, put these little covers back over the screws, and you're done. So there